Enter.
Excuse me, please, lady.
Yes, what is it?
I'm coming here for to be learning the English.
You're early.
Oh no, I'm Ali.
I beg your pardon?
My name is Ali Nadim. I'm coming here for to be learning the English.
Ah, yes. You wish to join our new class, English as a foreign language.
Yes, please. And I'm hoping to be unrolled.
Hoping to be unrolled.
Like it say in your syllabus.
You mean hoping to be enrolled?
That is what I said. Hoping to be unrolled.
Yes, well, I'm afraid you cannot be enrolled until the English teacher arrives. Now, she should be here in a few minutes. In the meanwhile, perhaps you would care to wait in the classroom. Go down the corridor, turn left at the bottom, and wait in room 5. Understand?
No.
Well, let's start again. You go down the corridor.
Down corridor.
Good. Turn left.
Turn left.
Right.
You are confusing me. Left or right?
It's left. Look, you just go down the corridor, turn left, and wait in room 5. Room 5.
Ah, now I'm understanding you. Room 5.
Yes.
Jolly good, thank you. Oh, dearie me, I'm not going where I'm looking.
No, I wasn't looking where I was going.
That makes the two of us. Excuse me, sorry.
Enter.
Mrs. Courtney?
Miss.
Oh, sorry. I'm your new teacher, Jeremy Brown, B.A. Oxon.
You're a man.
Yes.
Well, this is most unsatisfactory. This won't do at all.
Well, I assure you my credentials are impeccable.
Academically, perhaps. I'm talking about sex.
Oh, I also assure you my morals are perfectly respectable too.
I'm referring to the fact that you are a man. I distinctly requested the local authority to send me a woman teacher, especially in view of what happened with Mr. Warburton.
Mr. Warburton?
Yes. He was teaching English to foreign students last term. I'm afraid he only lasted a month. Then he departed.
Dead?
Demented. Yes, the strain was too much for him. Typical of the male sex. No stamina. Always seemed to be able to cope at first, and then one day he just snapped. It was really quite disgusting.
Really? What did he do?
Climbed out of the classroom window onto the roof, took off all his clothes, and stood there stark naked, singing, "I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts."
Well, there's no need to worry on my account. I mean, I'm not likely to climb out of the classroom window.
I know you aren't.
Oh, thank you for your confidence.
It has nothing to do with confidence. We've had the window frames nailed down.
How very thoughtful. Well, I really would appreciate the job, Mrs. Courtney.
Miss
Courtney. I am qualified, and I rather do need a job, what with the economic situation and inflation.
All right, there's no need to whimper. You can start immediately.
Thank you.
On a month's trial.
Thank you.
If you last that long.
I'll do my best. Where will I find my students?
Class 5, down the corridor and turn left.
Right. I'm looking forward to meeting them. I'm sure we're all going to get along extremely well. Good evening. Good evening. Well, I'm pleased to meet you all.
We are also pleased to be meeting you.
I am Brown.
Oh no. You are committing a mistake.
A mistake?
Yes, please. You are not brown. We are brown. You are white.
My name is Brown. I am your teacher.
Ah, you professori!
Yes.
I was thinking you studenti!
Quiet, please.
Silenzio!
Thank you. Right, would you all like to sit down? Sit down.
Asso!
Right, I'll just take a note of all your names, nationalities, and occupations. Right?
Por favor, señor.
Yes?
Es la primera vez que vengo. ¿Es esta la clase para aprender inglés?
Well, I haven't the faintest idea what you're saying, but I'm sure you're not trying to find the needlework class.
Por favor.
It doesn't matter. Have a seat.
Por favor.
Sit down.
Ah, sí.
No, not there.
Por favor.
There.
Ah,
Right, I'll just go around the class and take your names. Yes? Ah, yes. What is your name?
Maximilian Andrea Archimedes Papandreou.
I think I'll just put you down as Max. I take it you're Greek?
He is right, from Athens.
Good. And what is your job?
I walk with sheeps.
You walk with sheep. You're a shepherd, you work on a farm?
No, not far.
But you just said you work with sheep.
No. Sheeps. Big sheeps. Yes, sheeps. Tonkers.
Tankers.
Right. I work in office.
Good. Thank you. And your name?
Anna Schmidt, German au pair.
Usual German efficiency?
Germans are always efficient.
Not so. Japanese, much more efficient.
Nein, Germans are the best.
Japanese make a much better television and cameras.
No, please, let us have no racialism. In this class, all are equal. Your name?
Giovanni Cupello, Italian.
Where do you work?
I work in Ristorante dei Popoli.
A waiter.
No, I'm not a waiter, a cuccuta. Sì, I cook the ravioli, I cook the spaghetti, I cook the lasagna, I cook the everything.
A chef.
Okay.
And your name?
हाँ जी
What is your name?
क्या कहा
Me, Jeremy Brown. You.
पता नहीं जी क्या कह रहे हो
Max. Anna Schmidt. Giovanni Cupello. You.
ओहो आप नाम पूछ रहे हो अच्छा मैं लिख देती हूँ एक मिनट फिक्र ना करो जी लिखना पढ़ना आता है मुझे अच्छा
Yes, write your name down. Good. It's no good. I need your name in English.
नो उर्दू
No Urdu.
हाय तो मैं यहाँ काहे के लिए आई अंग्रेजी आती होती तो मैं सीखने आती अंग्रेजी कोई आपको क्या चाहिए अब मुझे पता नहीं कहाँ से लाऊं मैं पता नहीं क्या चाहिए आपको देखो जी सही लिखा हुआ होगा अंग्रेजी तो पता नहीं देखो ये तो नहीं कहीं कागज जो आपको चाहिए
Certificate of registration. Jamila Ranja, housewife. Thank you. Good. And your name?
I am Ali Nadeem from Lahore. I am working at the moment, not anywhere at all.
You're unemployed.
Yes, please. Only one day a week I am working.
What do you do then?
I'm going to the unemployment exchange for to be collecting my money. Oh, blimey. I get more money for not being working than when I'm working.
Yes, but before you discovered this secret of eternal wealth, what did you do?
Blimey, I worked at Taj Mahal.
In Delhi?
Oh no, Patani. Taj Mahal Tandoori restaurants. Jolly good chapati and papadams.
1,000 apologies for my lateness. The omnibus was going backwards.
I'm sure there must be a more logical explanation.
It is the absolute truth. I was told to be taking a number 27 omnibus and I complied. But it went in a backward direction.
No, I think you meant it was going the other way.
That is the gist of what I'm saying. 1,000 apologies.
All right. Perhaps you'd like to sit next to Ali, your countryman.
I can't sit there. It's impossible.
Why is it impossible?
I'm sick.
Oh, dear. I hope it's not contagious. Perhaps you ought to come back when you're better.
I do not comprehend the gist of your conversation.
Well, you said you were sick.
No. I am not referring to my physical state of mind.
How do you feel about Roman Catholics?
Oh, I treat them like my brothers.
Good. Well, you can go and sit next to Giovanni then.
But please, infidel.
Gentlemen, please. You're here to learn English, not start a holy war. And what is your name?
Ranjit Singh.
And you're from which country?
Punjab.
And what is your job?
I am a very important member of the British underground.
Underground what?
Just the underground. Mind the door!
That underground. And your name?
Harold Nagasumi. My name Carter. Japanese. Representative of Bushido Electronics.
Very good, very good. And finally, your name.
Por favor.
Your name. What is your name?
Por favor.
Nome.
Ah, nombre, sí. Juan Cervantes, para servirle, señor.
No need to ask what nationality you are.
Por favor.
Spanish.
Por favor.
What is your job?
Por favor.
Trabalho.
Ah, trabajo, sí. Trilaga.
Tree lagger? What, you lag trees?
One gin tonic, 2 whiskey coca, Trilaga.
3 lagers?
Sí.
Ah, you work in a bar?
Sí, va.
Well, Mr. Brown?
Yes, thank you. Apart from one attempted murder and a possible race riot, I seem to be coping reasonably well.
Well, what I really came to inform you about was the registration fees for the students. Now, it's £5 per head, and I should be grateful if you would collect the money and bring it to my office in your tea break.
Right, I'll do that.
Well, we have one thing to be grateful for anyway. Sex won't be rearing its ugly little head.
Beg your pardon?
Well, in my experience, it isn't race or religion that causes the problems. It's usually the presence of some foreign beauty. Jealousies, intrigues, all that sort of thing.
Yes, well, looking at my class, I don't think we'd be too bothered with anything like that.
I come to learn English. Have I come to the right place?
Enter.
Mrs. Courtney?
Miss.
I've just brought the registration fees for the students.
Ah, good. Now, how many students have you?
9.
So there should be £45 in there.
Well, that all depends upon the rate of exchange.
I don't quite follow
Not all of them had £5 in English money, so I collected £29.50 in sterling, and the rest is made up of 2,000 yen, 3,000 lira, 250 pesetas, 75 drachma, 50 francs, and 12 Deutschmarks. According to this morning's financial papers, that should give us a profit of £1.42.5p.
Then I suggest you take it to the bank in the morning and convert it to English currency.
Right, I'll do that.
Oh, by the way, how's the femme fatale?
Ah, yes, Danielle. Well, at the moment she's in the tea room with Italy, Spain and Greece trying to establish diplomatic relations.
Well, I hope she's not going to cause any bother.
Oh, no, I'm sure she won't.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here.
No, it's me who's going to be sitting here.
Before you were sit over there.
And before you were sitting over there.
You take it on me.
Who, me?
You go back sit where you were before.
No, I sit here.
You're not sit here.
Ha! Who's going to be stopping me?
Me. Yourself. You think you're tough? Come out the side.
Okay.
Where are you going?
We go outside to have the punch down.
You mean a punch up?
I'm going to, how you say, knock his bloody block off.
We see whose bloody blocker is knocked off.
Oh, just a minute. What is all this about?
I tell you, Mr. White.
Brown.
Excuse me. It's about where we sit.
Well, what's wrong with where you were sitting before?
It's my eyes, Professori. I've got to sit nearer the front. Here.
I see, and I suppose it's got nothing to do with the fact that Danielle is sitting here too?
She is? I never noticed. You see, it's my eyes. I'm a little short-sighted.
And also a much bigger liar.
It's not true, Mr. Green.
The name is Brown.
You see, I'm a colorblind as well.
And Max, I suppose you've got trouble with your eyes as well, have you?
Oh, no. My eyes are okay. It's my ears. I'm not hearing very well.
That's a likely story.
What you say?
I say you both go back and sit where you were sitting before. Now.
Santa Maria.
I hope you don't think I was, how you say, too forward?
No, I'm sure you weren't in any way to blame at all.
Teacher, please.
Mr. Blount?
Yes?
Please forgive my lateness. I apologize, but I lost my way.
Not to worry. What is your name?
Chung Suli,
Suli. And where are you from?
Democratic Republic of China.
And what is your job?
Secretary, Chinese diplomat.
Very nice. Right, where shall we put you? Taro, how are relations between Japan and China?
Depends on a political viewpoint. Japan, right wing. China, left wing.
I see. Are you right-wingo or left-wingo? Right or left?
I follow teaching of Chairman Mao.
Well, in that case, you better sit next to Jamila, the Indian lady, all right?
Thank you.
Right, now we will start by learning a few basic English verbs. And firstly, we will take the verb to be. I am English. You are Chinese. He is Italian. She is French.
He is barbarian.
You are asking for a kick up your big brown backside.
Now look, pay attention, please. I am. You are. He, she, or it is.
He or it is.
We are. You are. They are. I shall now go round the class and ask you each to give me a sentence using the verb to be. Taro, I am.
So. I am very happy to be learning English.
Very good. Good. Giovanni, he is.
He is a fool.
Good, but not Isada. He is a fool.
Yes, he is a fool.
Max, she is.
She is beautiful. She is wonderful. She is...
Yes, thank you, Max. Juan, it is.
Por favor.
It is.
Por favor.
It is raining.
Lloviendo. It is raining.
No llueve.
It is raining.
No llueve.
Santa Maria Malachi, it is raining.
We'll skip you for the moment.
Por favor.
Doesn't matter. Sit down. Suli, it is.
It is duty of every citizen to overthrow imperial warmongers. So say Chairman Mao.
Yes, well, that's his opinion. Good. Danielle, we are.
We are to have such great,
Quiet, please. Very true. I mean, thank you. Ali, you are. You are.
You are waiting for me to speak an answer.
Well done. And
Unfortunately, I am not understanding the question.
I want you to give me a sentence using you are.
I am.
No, not I am. You are. For example, you are from Pakistan.
I am from Pakistan.
Good. Yes, but now use you are.
But I cannot say you are from Pakistan because you are not, are you?
Repeat after me. You are English.
No, I am from Pakistan.
What am I?
You are confusing me.
You are stupid poof.
Don't you call me a poof? Poof. I will kill you.
Sit down, please. Right. And there's really not much more we can do until you all get the textbooks I was telling you about. What I would like you to do is some homework, all right? I want you to write me an essay. A short story about your life here in England. The things you do, the things you like. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. Mrs. Courtney. Miss. But I've just dismissed the class for the night. I think we've just about covered all there is to for the first session.
You look a trifle under the weather. Job getting you down already?
Well, no, I'm fine. Never felt better. There's just one thing, though.
Yes?
That window you nailed down, the one Mr. Warburton climbed out of.
What about it?
I think we ought to put a few more nails in, just to be on the safe side.
Excuse me, young man.
Sí, señora.
Are you in Mr. Brown's class?
Por favor.
Mr. Brown's class. Brown. Mr. Brown?
Ah, sí. Juan Cervantes. Para servir la señora.
Yes. But are you in Mr. Brown's class? English is a foreign language?
Por favor.
Are you really as stupid as you look? Never mind. Ah, excuse me. You are in Mr. Brown's class, aren't you?
Auntie?
Are you or aren't you? Doesn't Mr. Brown teach you anything?
Por favor.
You.
Yes, please, Missy. Can I be assisting you in any way whatsoever?
Last a breakthrough. Are you in Mr. Brown's class?
No, I am in corridor.
Do you think you could give him a message?
Most certainly.
I am Miss Courtney.
And I am Ranjit Singh.
Just at this particular moment, I'm not really bothered who you are. I just want you to give Mr. Brown a message.
I'll be very happy to comply with your request.
Would you tell him I would like a word with him?
Oh, certainly. Which word would you like?
Just say I want to speak to him. Foreigners.
Quiet, please. Settle down. Thank you. Right. Good evening. Yes, well, we appear to be some missing. I hope they haven't dropped out.
Oh, please, it not be surprising me. I am always thinking that Sikh son of a guru was a Punjabi dropout.
I'm hearing what you are saying, you miserable spawn of it.
Don't you two start again. Actually, you're late.
1,000 apologies for this unforgivable tardiness. But you are all unavoidably detained in the corridor by a lady.
Sí.
Do I take it, Juan, that you understood what Ranjit was saying?
Por favor.
Oh, sorry. Who was this lady who detained you in the corridor?
Oh, blimey. I am forgetting her name. She was big lady. Very large bosoms.
Grandioso. Very good.
Yes, well, while you're trying to remember her name, perhaps you'd better sit down. Right. Yeah. Now, I hope you've all done your homework.
Excuse me, please. I am remembering the name. Missy Courtney.
No, Miss Courtney.
Yes, absolutely.
The lady with the large bosom.
She's wanting to see you.
Yes, we shall just have to wait.
Squeeze me, please. She's already waiting.
She may be the principal, but I have a class to teach. Now, as I was saying about... Miss Large... Miss Courtney. I was just on my way to see you, actually.
That's not the impression I got.
Yeah, but I shan't be a moment, class.
Oh, it's all right, don't bother. I merely wanted to tell you that you can expect another student.
Oh, jolly good. More the merrier.
You're not here to make merry, Mr. Brown.
No, it was just a figure of speech.
Well, you better try teaching a few figures of speech to your students.
Yes,
they
well,
seem to be in need of it.
I'm doing my best.
Huh.
Miss Courtney.
Yes?
This new student, what nationality can I expect?
African.
Oh, African. Thank you. Right, now you remember I asked you all to write an essay, a short story about your life here in England? Hope you've all done so, have you? Good. Well, I shall go round the class and ask each of you to read out what you've written. Anna, shall we start with you?
My Life in England by Anna Schmidt.
Good, very good. Yeah, but go on.
There is no more.
That's all there is?
Yeah, I have no time to write more. Always that Mrs. Walker is keeping me busy. Anna do this, Anna do that. She is a slave driver, that Mrs. Walker.
Walker.
What?
W is pronounced W. Your employer's name is Walker.
Yeah, Walker. Do you know how many shirts Mrs. Walker made me iron last night?
Walker?
Yeah, Walker. 12. Then I had to prepare a meal for the bitch.
Anna, she may be a hard taskmistress, but I don't think you ought to call her that.
Who?
Mrs. Walker. Walker.
I was meaning the dog bitch.
Oh.
That is why I'm having no time for the homework.
Yes, well, not to worry. You really must concentrate on those W sounds. W.
B.
No, W. Danielle, would you like to read us your essay?
What I Like About England by Mademoiselle Danielle Favre. Telephone 246.
Good, carry on.
Scusi,
Yes, Giovanni.
was that 8021 or 8013?
8021. Look, never mind what number it was. You're here to improve your English, not shut up other students.
You are absolutely right, Professori. It's just... I'd like to improve my French as well.
Well, you can do that in your own time. Carry on, Daniel.
Thank you. I like England because the grass is so green and the people are so nice.
People?
Yes. Especially the man.
Quiet.
Englishmen are so charming, so handsome, and so sexy.
Silence, please. Yeah, I think that'll do, Danielle.
But I've written much more. All about the things I like to do at night.
Yes, well, I don't think we'd better go into those. I'll be reading all your essays later. Jamila, I don't suppose you've written anything, have you?
Anji Polo?
Written anything? No?
Nah.
Look, you really must start to speak a little, Jamila. Speak. Baba.
Oh, अच्छा हाँ जी आप जितना मर्जी बुलाओ मैं तो बोलने को तैयार हूँ।
No. In English, you must try to speak English. Look, try saying good evening.
Huh?
All right, let's start with the good. 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 It's not difficult, Jamila. Come on. Good. Look, you nearly said it then. Come on. Good. Now, please, no prompting.
God.
Excellent. Well done. Now try evening. Evening. It's not difficult, Jamila. Come on. Evening. Yes. Come on.
God.
Yeah. I know you can say good. Say evening. Evening.
Happening.
Happening. Yes, good.
Happening.
Now, put them both together. Good evening.
God. Happening.
Well done.
God happening.
Good.
God happening.
Good, well done. We'll try some new words later. Suli, have you written anything?
Yes.
Fine.
What I like about England. England is becoming more politically minded and gradually more... The overthrow of decadent capitalistic government as working classes become more educated and embrace communism as the true way of life. Workers' revolution getting nearer with inevitable collapse of imperialistic bourgeois intellectual society.
Yes, well, if that's what you like about England, I wouldn't want to read what you didn't like.
Excuse,
Yes,
please.
Taro.
I have smaller observation on young ladies' discourse that will also illustrate increased knowledge of English.
Certainly, Taro, go ahead.
With respect, young lady speaker, load of couplers.
Attitude typical of fascist Nipponese.
Japan, civilized country, not like China, run by peasant.
Chinese, not peasant.
Japanese, not fascist.
Oh, Suli, come on. Taro, please go and apologize.
Apologize?
Yes.
I lose face. Not my fault.
Well, never mind. Never mind whose fault it was. Go and apologize.
Please.
Oh, my.
Wait.
Mrs. Courtney.
Miss.
So sorry. I'm Roger Kenyon from the Education Authority.
Oh. Oh, they told me they were sending an inspector round, but I really didn't expect.
He would be black.
He would be so young.
My apologies. But the authority likes to check that the standards of the evening classes are up to par.
I can assure you that my standards here are well over par.
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, Mr. Kenyon, if you'd like to come with me, I'll show you round.
No, please. I'd rather just wander around on my own if you don't mind. I usually get a much clearer picture that way.
Everything all right?
Everything's okay.
Good.
We have agreed to differ.
Ah, right.
Excuse me, please.
Ah, our new African.
Pardon?
Yeah, I've been expecting you. Me? Yes, I was told I'd have a new pupil. Look, it's nearly time for our tea break, so why don't you just go to the back for a minute and I'll take your particulars later.
But please...
Now, to be a good chap and don't argue, just go and sit there, all right?
Yes, but... Sit?
Yes, please.
Okay. Me, sit.
Yeah. 10p, dear. Thank you, love. That's it. Next. Oh, there you are.
You sit here.
Thank you.
Merci.
I get the coffee.
Yes.
Coffee black?
Thank you, please.
Coffee black.
Hey, I'll get the coffee for Daniel.
Too bad. Sugar?
Merci.
How about the biscuit? You like the biscuit?
I would like that.
Good. I'll be back. A packet of biscuits, please. Pronto.
Look, wait your time, love. There's a queue here. Go on. Next.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Tea or coffee, love?
Good evening.
I heard you the first time. Tea or coffee?
Oh, ja.
Tea. 10p.
Good evening.
Yeah, 10p. Oi.
It's all right. I'll pay for that and a coffee for me, please.
And a coffee for you. Are you Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Oh, I've got a message for you. From her ladyship.
Oh, lady who?
Miss Courtney. She's been in here and she wants to see you.
Yeah, I know what she does want.
Yes, Mr. Brown?
You want to see me?
In my office, immediately.
Careful, that's coffee, you'll spill it.
Por favor.
That's coffee.
Gracias.
Yeah.
De muy bueno.
Cheers. Same again, please.
Oh, nothing, Mr. Brown.
Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Packet of biscuits, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, we haven't any left.
Ah, good, good. You've come to have a cup of coffee?
Coffee?
Yes, coffee, this stuff.
Thank you.
Enter. It has taken you 2 minutes 38 seconds exactly to come to my office immediately. I'm glad I didn't ask you to take your time.
Well, I'm sorry, I was detained.
Well, I thought I'd better tell you that an inspector has arrived.
Oh, my conscience is clear.
I beg your pardon?
Well, apart from the odd parking ticket, I've never had any trouble with the police.
An education inspector.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry. How stupid of me.
Yes. Well, you'll probably want to call in on your class.
Oh, well, don't worry. I'll deal with him.
You don't deal with inspectors from the local authority, Mr. Brown. You cosset them and flatter them and agree with everything they say.
Yeah, well, I'll do that as well.
I expect he'll want to see your register.
My register?
You do have a register.
Oh, that register? Yes, of course.
Oh, well, you better call it as soon as you get back to your class.
Right.
By the way, while you're here, the local authority want me to fill in a few details about you on this form. Now, I've got your name.
Yes.
Address.
Yes.
Sex.
Occasionally.
Married.
Sorry. No. I was engaged once. Matter of fact, I proposed marriage, but it didn't really work out. There was quite a lot of opposition.
Her father?
No, her husband. I didn't realise she was married.
What do you do during the day?
Oh, well, nothing at the moment, I'm afraid. I'm waiting for a suitable position.
And what was your last position?
Well, I was teaching at a secondary modern school, but I left. I couldn't stand any more beatings.
Well, I didn't think teachers beat children anymore.
Oh, they don't. It was the other way round.
I think you better take this form and fill it up yourself and bring it back to me later.
Right.
And do be careful what you say to the inspector.
Oh, of course. Oh, by the way, the new student has arrived.
You won't forget to add the name to the register, will you?
Daniel, what you do after class?
I go and learn the English.
Hey, I'm gonna learn the English as well. Maybe we learn together, huh?
Yes, but what about poor Max?
Yeah. What about the poor Max?
I'm crying my eyes out.
I have an idea.
I have lots of ideas.
Why not you and Max study together, huh?
Right, class, now settle down, please. Quiet. Now, the first thing we have to do before we do anything else is to call the register.
So sorry.
Right? Ah, that's quite all right. I expect you'll have a bit of difficulty finding your way round at first. Things will seem rather strange.
Yes, very strange.
Yes. Must be quite a change coming from one of the underdeveloped countries to our more advanced way of life.
Oh, yes.
Still, your people are doing remarkably well. Did you fly here?
Fly? How do you mean, Buana?
Fly in a big iron bird. Quite a change from riding an elephant. Unless you came by jumbo. English joke.
Very funny.
Well, perhaps you better sit down. Right? Right, I'm going to call out your names, and will you please answer present?
Present.
Yes, Sally, but wait until I've called your name out.
Sorry, please.
Ranjit Singh?
Present and correct, please.
Giovanni Cupello?
Si, professori.
No, Giovanni, not professori.
No, professori?
No, you should address me as sir.
Sir?
Yes.
Now I understand. You have been to get knotted.
Come again?
Well, to become a sir, you got knotted by the Queen.
The word is knighted, and I'm not that kind of sir. Maximilian Papandreou. Maximilian Papandreou.
Mr. Brown is speaking to you.
Is he? Sorry. You want something?
Yeah. Are you here or not?
Well, sure I'm here.
Taro Nagazumi.
Aso.
Present. Anna Schmidt.
Yeah, present.
Suli Chung.
Pleasant.
Ali Nadim.
Gift.
Gift.
I'm surprising you, no? Each day, I'm learning a new English word. And I'm finding that gift is another word for peasant.
Very ingenious.
Thank you very much.
Danielle Favre.
Present. And I am all here.
See that. Jamila Ranja.
Hanji. Oh, Gordon Heffning.
Yes, you're here. And Juan Cervantes.
Por favor.
Present.
Por favor.
You're here.
Present.
I better take down your particulars, otherwise I may get into hot water.
Oh, you are going to have a hot bath?
No, Ali, it's just another way of saying I may get into trouble.
Oh dear, you have been committing some grievous misdemeanor.
Not at all. There's an inspector from the local education authority coming round.
Yeah, the bigger boss.
Yes, I suppose you could say that, but from my experience, they're usually interfering old fogies.
You don't like them?
Not particularly. Frankly, they're quite useless and about as outdated as their teaching methods. I mean, what's the point of learning past participles, cognate objects, or subordinate clauses? It's far more useful to try to teach a foreign student how to order a meal or find accommodation.
You appear to have some rather unique ideas.
Well, I suppose I have. You know, you speak English fairly well.
Thank you.
Now, what is your name?
Roger Kenyon.
Roger Kenyon. Miss Courtney, I'm just completing the register and getting the details of our new student before that inspector chappie pokes his nose in.
Mr. Brown.
I shan't be a moment, Miss Courtney. What is your job?
Inspector.
Oh, what, local transport?
Local Education Authority.
Ooh. I thought he was the new student.
The new student is a female.
Is she? Well, you didn't tell me that.
Oh, my apologies, Mr. Kenyon, and I do assure you that Mr. Brown will be severely dealt with.
I can't remember when I last enjoyed myself so much.
I beg your pardon?
Enjoyed yourself?
You know, Miss Courtney, your Mr. Brown is a remarkable man.
I am?
He is?
Yes. His teaching methods may be somewhat revolutionary, but they appear to work.
I have always encouraged my staff to be forward-thinking.
I'll pass on your comments to the authority. Perhaps they revise their textbooks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must put in an appearance at the other classes. Keep up the good work, Mr. Brown, and thank you very much for the coffee.
I'll come with you, Mr. Kenyon.
Blimey, you are dropping a clinker.
You mean clanger?
Yes, please.
Yes, well. Right, let's continue with our lesson. Get out your textbooks. I'm going to give you all a few exercises.
Scusi, professore, sir. I can't do any exercises.
Why not?
I've got a bad back.
Excuse me, I was looking for her.
Ah, at last. A pity you didn't arrive half an hour earlier.
Why?
You might have saved me a great deal of embarrassment with a certain African gentleman.
Oh.
Yes, he was a school's inspector, but I mistook him for you.
You thought a gentleman was me?
Yeah. The silly fool tried to pretend he was a student and sit at the back to try to catch me out, but I saw through him.
I gather you think he was a bit stupid.
Oh, definitely. Thick as a brush.
What's his name, Mr. Kenyon?
Yes. Do you know him?
I should do. I've come to collect him.
Ah.
I am his wife.
Oh, blimey, yes. You have dropped another clinker.
Kalisperas, everybody.
Oh, Max, can you help me?
Sure. Anything you want.
I'm in very big trouble.
I kill him. The man who put you in big trouble.
There is no man.
Your gracias.
No, it's my homework. I know finish it.
I haven't even started it.
But Monsieur Brown is going to be very angry.
Don't worry. Giovanni, he's going to fix everything.
Yeah?
Buonasera. Okay. Who wants the homework? Only 10p each. Hey, 10p, no peseta. Okay, who's the next?
Yeah, please. Giovanni.
Grazie.
Yes. How we know answers are right?
Sure answers are right. My landlady's little boy writes them down.
Quiet, please. Now, where is Mr. Brown?
Mr. Brown not alive.
Oh, this is too bad. He should be here.
You want I give Mr. Brown a massage?
I presume you mean message.
Correct.
No, thank you. No, I shall wait until he arrives. It will give me an opportunity to find out how much you have learnt. Which is precious little, I suspect.
But, Madame, we learn a lot from Monsieur Brown.
Right, quiet now, quiet. Very well. Let's see if we can find out how much you've learnt from Mr. Brown. Can anyone give me a sentence containing the word catalyst?
Catalyst?
Well, come along, somebody. Catalyst.
Por favor, señora.
Yes?
In my country, Spain, most of the people are Roman Catholics.
I don't believe it.
That's not right.
No?
Italy's a much bigger catalyst country.
Quiet, please. Good evening, Miss Courtney.
It's almost good night.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I'm late. I was detained at the paper shop.
Mr. Brown, I know the times are hard, but do you have to deliver newspapers?
Oh, no, I bought them. They're for the students as part of their education.
Well, they certainly need some education.
Yes. Well, good evening.
What is that? Oh, excuse me, please. I'm just this moment arriving. Excuse me again, I go.
What?
I come back.
Are you moving house?
Oh, not at all. I'm coming here straight from work.
Oh, you've got a job.
Yes, please. I'm a traveling salesman. I go around knocking the doors.
Knocking?
That is correct.
Yeah, what are you selling?
Oh, blimey, everything. For a master or a mistress. I show you some example. Maybe you will be wanting to buy something.
No, thanks. I don't think that's my size.
So sorry, please. This case is for the lady peoples only. And this case is for the men people. And everything very cut price. Ah, look this, please. You not have to be tying it. And also, if you are dropping soup, you will be wiping it off. A jolly good plastic.
Yes, very ingenious.
Only £1.50. You're wanting one?
No, thanks.
I'm telling you what I am doing. To you, only £1.
Yeah, I don't want one.
How about a jolly good shirt? Ah, it is guaranteed 100% substandard.
No, thank you.
Ali, you got any socks?
Plenty socks. 50p only. Plenty woolly.
Yeah, Ali.
Excuse, I'm serving.
Okay. I have a 2.
Right. 1, 2. Money. 50. Now, tell me, anybody wanting any under trousers? All different colors.
How much?
Only 50p.
Ali, please.
Ah, you are wanting one. I'm finding you a very good pair. Hi. Lovely. Red, white and blue. Just like Union Jack.
Very patriotic, but no thank you.
Have you any scarf?
Most definitely. For you, only £1. Made in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong? I not buy from capitalist state where workers exploited as cheap labor.
Anybody else wanting something else?
Ali, please.
You are exchanging your mind.
No, I'm not. Put the suitcase away. This is not Petticoat Lane. Just sit down, everybody. Come on. Juan, Taro, sit down. Right, before we do anything else this evening, I want to find a monitor.
Okay. You tell us where to look, we find the one.
Oh, Giovanni, a monitor is a person who can take charge of the class during my absence, somebody intelligent enough to assume responsibility. Yeah, on second thoughts, perhaps it's not such a good idea after all.
Please, I think I'm making good monitor.
I think we'll alternate, have a different one each week. It'll be good experience for you. Right, Anna, we'll start with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you'll just hand these round and collect the homework.
Yeah.
Yes, Anna.
Yes.
And from now on, I want to hear no more foreign languages spoken in this class. From the moment you come in here, you speak English all the time. Is that understood? Yeah?
Por favor.
No, por favor. Por favor, finito. English only.
Sora.
Yes, good. Thank you, Anna. Now, have you all got a newspaper? Right, well, I'm going to ask you each to read out a passage from the newspaper, and then we'll discuss it together, okay? Max, you start us off. American Embassy Baguette. No, Max, bugged.
Hey, my boss, he all the time say he's bugged.
Yes, well, that may be so, Giovanni, but the word we're dealing with is bugged. Now, read it again, Max, correctly. American Embassy Bugged. Good. Now, does anybody know what that means? Ah, Taro.
It means American embassy full of little insects.
No, Taro, they're not that sort of bugs. Listening devices. Jamila, can you read something from your newspaper? Yeah, read something. There.
Huh. 8P.
Yes, well, that's a start. Late again, Ranjit?
Oh, Mr. Teacher, I am apologizing most humbly.
Yes, well, perhaps next week you'll try and get here on time.
I'm thinking next week I'm not being here at all.
No, you're leaving us?
I'm going to be joining honorable ancestors.
Do you mean you're going to die?
Most definitely. I'm going to die by my own hand.
Please, if you're wanting any assistance, I'm happy to be helping.
I thought you didn't like Sikhs.
That is why I'm happy to be helping.
All right, Alia, this is no laughing matter. I think Ranjit is serious.
Most certainly I am.
Oh, why are you thinking of killing yourself?
I'm forced to be getting married.
Oh, you randy old chapati. You are putting some innocent lady in the pudding club.
You're nothing of the sort in Muslim twitch.
Yeah, all right, that'll do. Look, I don't understand, Ranjit. Why are you being forced to get married?
According to the Sikh tradition, I was betrothed when I was 12 to Surinder, the 10-year-old daughter of the best friend of my father. She was a beautiful girl, with hair like silk, eyes like black diamonds, and a figure like a tender bamboo shoot. And now her father is saying it is time for me to be marrying her.
Well, if she's got eyes like black diamonds, hair like silk, and a figure like a tender bamboo shoot, what are you complaining about?
Blimey, that was 20 years ago. Now she is putting on so much weight that from behind she's looking like an elephant. Matter of fact, she's looking like an elephant from front also.
Can't you just tell her that you've changed your mind?
Not at all. Only lady can change mind. I am up the creek without a poodle.
And a paddle.
You not do it. It's a sin to kill yourself.
It's the only course which is left open to me.
When you do this killing yourself?
Tonight.
Can we come and watch?
This is ridiculous. People don't go around killing themselves rather than break off an engagement.
But it is my religion.
Well, in that case, why don't you marry?
That will be worse than killing myself.
Well, go and sit down. We'll discuss whether you kill yourself or not during the tea break. Now, would you all look at your new...
There is an Indian lady in my office who wishes to speak to Mr. Ranjit Singh.
Excuse me, Missy. This lady, is she resembling an elephant?
I wouldn't exactly put it like that, but she is rather large.
Slami, it is Surinder.
Yeah, well, ask her to come along here, Miss Courtney, would
That's
you?
very irregular.
Yeah, well, it is rather important.
Oh, very well, but don't make a habit of it.
What are you doing that for?
Oh, so we can talk to her, perhaps make her see reason.
It's not any way possible. I kill myself.
Come on, put it. Max Giovanni, hold his up.
Where is he?
He's not here yet.
I wait for him in the corridor. He is promised to me, and I swear by Holy Guru, he is having me. सारे ने कई समझा है, सारे खानदान ने नाक कटानी है, एडी बोटी बोटी करके भगवान खो देंगे। अरे ब्याह नहीं करेगा तो किथे जाएगा?
Well, what am I telling you?
Yes, I quite see your point about an elephant. Still, don't worry, Ranjit. I'm sure some elephants are very nice.
Can I have a knife bag, please?
Yeah, promise you won't kill yourself.
Promise. Killing myself is not going to help me.
That's the attitude.
I have a much better idea. I kill her!
No! Ah, you're still there?
Yes,
Look,
I still here.
I really think you ought to go home.
No, I wait for Ranjit.
Yeah, well, I don't think Ranjit will be coming tonight.
I wait.
Is she being out in corridor?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Ranjit. Look, Miss Courtney is not going to be very pleased when she finds out about this.
Oh, dearie me, what am I going to be doing?
Well, can't you just tell her you're not going to marry her?
But I am not going to be marrying Miss Courtney.
I am referring to Surinder.
Oh, no. If I am telling her that, she's surely going to kill me.
Ah, you said you were going to kill yourself.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Please, sir. In my country, personal commutal hierarchy, it is custom for best friend to be present to chop off head.
Chop off head?
Hi. I will be happy to assist her.
You will do nothing of the sort. Oh, now, please, everybody, just sit down. You're here to learn English. We've had enough disruption for one night. You should leave your personal problems at home. Now, look at your newspapers. Juan, read out a headline.
Por favor.
The newspaper.
Ah, sí. El newspaper.
Yeah, well, read something out.
Vamos a ver. Increase in London rats.
London rats?
Sí. Increase in London rats.
Rates.
Perdón.
Yeah, Anna, your turn.
Western Welt welcomes wind of change.
Wonderful. Very good. Yeah, Danielle.
Prime Minister sold a pup.
Good. Now, that is a very good example of a figure of speech. Prime Minister sold a pup. Can you tell me what that means, Giovanni?
He's buying a dog.
No, it's a figure of speech. Look, let me give you another example. Prime Minister sold a dummy. Do you know what that means?
Sure.
Do you understand it?
Yeah. It's just one thing I don't understand. Was he buy the dummy before or after he buy the pup?
He doesn't buy anything.
The newspaper man's a big liar.
A figure of speech. I told you, it's just a figure of speech. It doesn't mean what it says.
Typical of imperial politicians who distort truth and suppress working classes.
Thank you. A figure of speech is a way of expressing an idea by way of contrast or comparison. If you're being sold a pup or sold a dummy, you're being cheated or deceived. In England, we use figures of speech quite a lot. For example, we say, as quick as lightning, as light as a feather, as clean as a whistle, as blind as a suli.
As blind as a bat.
Good, because bats cannot see. Max, as deaf as a...
Postman.
Now, Max, post, because posts cannot hear.
Neither can my postman.
Ali, as sly as a...
Sikh.
Fox, Ranjit, as mad as a...
Muslim.
Taro, as drunk as a...
Neutral.
Yeah, well, Lord is more correct. Jamila, as white as...
You.
Snow. Ali, as smooth as...
Baby's bottoms.
All right, we'll break for tea now and continue with the newspapers when we come back, all right?
Please, how am I going to be getting out without being observed by the fat one?
Yeah. Well, that's your problem. My problem is how to get her off the premises before Miss Courtney finds her. Look, I really think you ought to go home.
No, I stay.
What is going on?
What is going on?
What is going on?
Yes, well, I'm talking to this lady.
Why is she here?
Well, she's talking to me.
Why is she sitting in the corridor?
Why is she sitting in the corridor?
Must you repeat everything I say? I could have sworn that woman wasn't pregnant yesterday.
You're safe now.
Thank you, Jamila. Thank you.
ठीक है कोई ना
What you do now?
Maybe I jump out of the window.
You be lucky. We're on the 3rd floor.
Mr. Brown, I have a feeling that something very peculiar is going on.
No, everything's perfectly all right, I can assure you. Are you going?
Yes.
Ah.
To get a cup of tea. I only want a cup of tea.
Blimey, just surrender.
That was sounding like my Ranjit. Where is he now?
I told you he's not here.
Here, excuse me, dearie. Are you looking for the darky fella with the beard and the bandage round his head?
Yes, certainly.
Here, he's just gone behind those curtains.
Come out, Ranjit. I am knowing you are there. Come out.
What is the meaning of this?
I am noticing windows very dirty, so I'm cleaning them for you. I like very much cleaning windows.
In the pitch dark. Now come in off that window ledge at once.
Most certainly. 1,000 apologies.
Yeah, well, hurry up, because tea break's nearly over. Yeah, well, go on.
I'm going to join my ancestors.
Don't keep them waiting too long.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye. I'm doing it now.
So you keep saying.
This is it then.
Come on, hurry up.
Maybe I'm having a cup of coffee before I do it.
Ranjit, we all know you haven't the slightest intention of killing yourself, so put your knife away and let's discuss this properly. Now, Surinder, as I understand it, you and Ranjit here were both betrothed when they were children.
Most definitely. Now he is not wanting to marry me.
Yeah, well, you can't get married unless you love each other.
It is his duty to be marrying me. Otherwise I'm losing my face.
I think she's lost it already.
You wouldn't be happy together. I mean, can't you just agree to release Ranjit from his promise?
And what is to become of me?
Well, I'm sure you'll meet somebody else.
If I think I'll meet another man, I most gladly release Ranjit.
You would?
Most certainly. But who is having me now?
You know, Surinder, there is something Mr. Brown is not telling you.
There is?
Oh, yes, indeed. He has special reason for wanting you not to be marrying me.
I have.
He is wanting to marry you himself.
He is wanting to be marrying me.
I'm wanting to marry her.
Oh, I accept.
Hello, Mr. Brown.
Good evening, Gladys.
Here. When's the happy day, then?
There's not going to be any happy day. It was all a complete misunderstanding.
Oh, what a pity. And I thought you and Surinder made a lovely couple.
With all due respect, she was a couple on her own. Good evening. Right, before we start, I've checked your homework last night, and I have a feeling that there's been some sort of chicanery going on.
We not know what you mean.
No, Giovanni? Well, I'll tell you. Firstly, there's the fact that 5 of them are all in the same handwriting.
It's a sheer coincidence.
And is it also a coincidence that you all answered question 7 as follows? Question: explain what is wrong with the following sentence. My dogs is in the garden. Answer: I do not have a garden.
Only Tippy.
I want my tippy back.
Yes, well, you will all receive extra homework tonight. And please, this time, make sure that you do it yourselves.
I am apologizing again, but I am delayed by Surinder.
Well, I thought she'd agreed to release you from your marriage vow.
Oh, yes, she has. But her father is coming to see you about your marriage vow.
Look, there's not going to be any wedding. I have broken it off.
Oh, dearie me. How painful.
I have written to Surinder's parents explaining that I cannot possibly marry their daughter. I've also pointed out the differences between our religious and cultural backgrounds and the fact that I have no intention of marrying anyone. You should have got the letter this morning.
Oh, yes, he did. That is why he is coming. He is hoping to be slicing you into many pieces.
Pardon?
He is saying you are bringing disgrace on his daughter.
Don't be ridiculous. This isn't the Punjab. It's England, a civilized country. People just don't go around slicing each other up, and I shall tell him so.
Where is this illegitimate offspring of a six-legged camel?
Oh, blame me. I am not knowing where he is. He's not here. He has immigrated.
Isn't it time we went back to the class?
We're okay yet. We wait for Giovanni.
Come and sit down, Sid. Charlie. This is Sid, the caretaker.
Most happy to be making your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you.
You want a cup of coffee, Sid? A cup of coffee?
No, thanks. No, I'd sooner have a fag.
Sure you can have a fag. Hey, Max, cigarette for Sid.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Sid is gonna talk to us.
What is he going to be talking about?
Well, anything. It's to improve our English. Instead of us all the time speak to each other, we speak with Sid.
I think that's a good idea.
Well, what are we gonna talk about?
You'll have to talk up. I'm a bit Mutt and Jeff.
Excuse me, who are these Mutt and Jeff?
Mutt and Jeff is deaf.
Ah, excuse me. What are we gonna talk about?
Oh, I don't. I'd sooner see you and rest me plates of meat.
Excuse please, I am not seeing any plates of meat.
No, plates of meat is feet.
Your feet are plates of meat?
Yeah, it's slang, you see. It's dead easy if you use your Uncle Ned.
Uncle Ned.
Huh? No, Uncle Ned. Your Uncle Ned.
Uncle Ned? Uncle Ned?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean he's crazy?
No, I think you lot are, though. Think you were taking the mickey out of me?
No.
Well, we are interested in everything you tell us.
Yeah.
You're already teaching us words we not learned before. Yes, please teach us more.
Yeah? All right, I'll tell you what happened to me last night.
Yes, please.
Well, I went home and I had a bull and a cow with a trouble and stripe, you see. It was all over the dustbin lids. So I went down the frog and toad into the rubber dump and I met an old china plate. It looked a bit Uncle Dick, so I got him a tractor dandy and I had a real lift. One thing led to the other, we both got Brahms and Liszt. I staggered home, took all my dicky dirt and my daisy roots and fell backwards on the apples and pears.
We are better off talking with each other.
Isn't it time you were all back in the classroom?
Sorry, Professor. We've just been talking with Sid.
Oh, yeah, I've been trying to help them with their English, Mr. Brown.
Oh, that should set them back a few weeks.
Beg pardon?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh, all right.
We're not understanding a word he's saying, Mr. Brown.
He's telling us about his Uncle Dick and somebody called Jack the Dandy and Brahms and Liszt.
He was speaking in rhyming slang. And all the time we think he's English. He is English. He's what is known as a cockney. You see, rhyming slang is merely using words that rhyme with the word you wish to use. For example, mince pies are eyes. Plates of meat are feet. Yes.
I understand. Uncle Ned is head.
That's right.
And what is Uncle Dick?
I presume that's sick.
And Jock the Dandy?
Brandy. And the Brahms and Lister? Drunk.
That's not a rhyme.
Yeah, well, it's near enough. Come on, it's...
What is going on in here? Where is Mr. Brown?
Oh, he will be here any minute. He's coming from the tea room.
10 minutes is the normal time allowed for tea, Mr. Brown.
Yes, of course. We were discussing parts of speech.
Well, in future I'd be obliged if you do it in the class.
Certainly.
Now then, how are your students coming along with their English?
Oh, extremely well.
Good. Then I shall stay and listen for a few minutes.
Ah.
But don't worry, I shan't interfere. I make it a practice to drop in on the classes from time to time to see what sort of progress is being made.
It's beef stroganoff in the cookery class tonight.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
No, I just thought you might fancy a bit. I mean...
Well, I don't, so will you please begin?
Yes, of course. Right, for the rest of this period, we're going to talk about shopping.
Oh, I like him. He's very good. Shopping. I like his polonaise. Bom, ba bom, ba 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 bom, ba bom.
Giovanni, that's Chopin. He must have misheard me. No, we're going to talk about shopping, buying things. Now, I have here various items which at some time or another you'll all probably have to purchase, so I'm going to hold them up and ask you to identify them and we'll see how well you do, all right? Who shall we start with? Ali.
Yes, please.
What is this?
Apple.
Yeah.
Lovely. Jolly good.
You're not supposed to eat it.
Oh, I'm most sorry. I only had a small bite.
May as well finish it now. Suli, what is this?
It is orange.
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 That's better.
You really must work at those R sounds.
I tried very hard.
Try saying, round the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran.
Round the rugged lock, the ragged...
Yes, you're going to have to keep practicing. Anna, what is this?
Paper bag.
Yes, but what's inside it?
I do not know. I cannot see inside.
Well, it's flour. You know what flour is.
Yeah, what you wear at a wedding.
No, it's not that kind of flour. This is flour to make pastry and bread.
Ah, Weissmehl.
Yes. Jamila? What is this?
Gajar.
Yes, I'm sure you're right, but what is it in English?
अंग्रेजी में नहीं पता.
Have you never heard of a carrot?
Carrot.
Yes, carrot.
Oh, हाँ. Horse and carrot.
Incredible.
No, Jamila, that's horse and cart. This is a carrot. Right? Who can tell me what these are?
Fish fingers.
Good. Well done.
Excuse,
Daniel.
please.
No, Ali, don't say it.
What do I need to say?
You were going to say something about fish not having fingers?
Yes, please.
Yeah, well, don't bother. Max.
Tomato.
Good. Taro.
Potato.
Potato.
Ah, so.
Giovanni.
Lima juice.
Good. Juan.
Cow juice.
No. Milk.
Ah, sì, milk.
Do you know where we get milk from, Juan?
Sì, signora. The milkman.
Quiet, please. We get milk from cows.
Sì, vaca, cow.
Ranjit.
Cornflakes?
No, oats.
Oats? Ah, that is oats. My friend, who I am working with, every morning he's telling me, last night he's having his oats. He's telling me he's liking them very much.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Who can tell me what this is?
Bacon.
Good. And where does bacon come from?
The milkman.
Bacon does not come from the milkman.
Every week I buy the bacon from the milkman.
Pig. Pig.
Pig? You are calling me a pig? You are a pig, you Italian ravioli.
Ah, shut your plates of meat, you Uncle Ned.
That'll do. One, what Giovanni was trying to say is that bacon comes from a pig.
Sola.
Now, can anyone tell me what we call a pig after it has been killed?
Yes, please. It is a dead pig.
No, Ali, you know that's pork. Right. What is this? Anybody?
Tin of meat.
Yes. Well, actually, it's a tin of dog meat.
Oh, blimey. You are putting dogs in tins to eat?
I think I've heard enough.
They are better than they were.
They could hardly be worse.
She's absolutely right, you know. Some of you are very behind with your English. I mean, I spend a lot of time preparing these lessons, and some of you don't take them half as seriously as you might. It's time you all put your shoulders to the wheel.
What wheel, please?
Learning. I think you better stay a half hour extra tonight.
It's Friday night. And I got a date.
Well, I don't care. I want you to do all the exercises on page 53. All of them. And you don't go until you've finished.
Good night.
I've locked up the tea room, Sid.
Thanks, Glad. You fancy a drink, girl?
No, Tal, I want to get home.
Oh, I must have a pint. My throat's spitting feathers.
Oh. All right.
What was that?
I think it is somebody at the door.
Oh, come in. Hello? Is anybody there?
Cheerio, Sid. See you Monday.
Good night, Granny.
It's no good. I can't get it open.
I know. Why not we smash the door up?
Down. It's worth a try. All right, stand back, everyone. Be careful of splinters. I've broken my arm. We are all going to die. Don't be so dramatic.
Maybe we all shout again.
I don't think my throat could stand anymore.
Hey, look, there's a man in the street. Help! Help!
If you won't hear us from up here, wave to him.
He's seen us.
Good.
He's waving back.
He obviously thinks we're just being friendly.
He's gone.
We are all going to die. Nobody is going to die.
What we need is something to attract the attention of the passerby.
Yeah. Danielle should wave from window by herself. Yes, it still may not be sufficient to attract enough attention. It would if she took her clothes off.
That's a good idea.
No, it isn't. Look, just sit down, everyone. Go on. We'll just have to think this one out. Must be a simple solution, and, well, if there isn't, we'll just have to stay here till somebody misses one of us.
But what if nobody is missing anybody? We could be being stuck here together until Monday morning.
We are all going to die. Ali, nobody is going to die. Only you is going to die.
Me?
Yes, because if you say we're all going to die once more, I shall strangle you. Now, there are 11 of us here. It's quite obvious that sooner or later one of us will be missed.
Will you be being missed, sir?
Well, no, but I live alone in a flat. But, for example, take Danielle.
I would love to take Danielle.
I am sure that being an au pair, your English family will miss you when you don't return.
No, they're away for the weekend.
Oh. Oh, well, Anna, what about your English family? Are they away?
No.
They'll obviously be worried.
No.
No?
It's my weekend off. I was spending it with Danielle.
We are all going to die. Well, Taro, what about you? You're married. I mean, won't your wife miss you?
Wife already missing me.
Well, there you are.
Unfortunately, she is with parents in Tokyo.
Well, what about you, Giovanni? I mean, you work in a restaurant. Surely your employer will miss you.
Yeah, sure he's gonna miss me.
Yeah, well, so presumably he'll do something about it.
Yeah. He's gonna give me the sack.
Look, somebody is bound to miss somebody, and if the worst happens, then well, don't worry, we can survive the weekend. We've got plenty of food and drink. We just have to keep our spirits up, try and keep cheerful, think of things to do to pass the time away.
I tell a joke.
Good idea, Giovanni. We'll all tell jokes. That'll help pass the time. Go ahead, Giovanni.
Okay. Now, there was this man, see, and he had gangrene in the leg.
Sure.
So?
Are you sure this is a joke?
Sure, it's very funny. Anyway, he goes to the hospital to have the leg chopped off. After the operation, when he comes back to being conscious, he sees the doctor looking very worried. What's the matter, doctor, he say? The doctor reply, Senor, I have the bad news and I have the good news. So the man say, hokey cokey, give me the bad news. And the doctor say, I've chopped off the wrong leg. Santa Maria, the man say. Well, what's the good news? And the doctor say, your other leg is getting better. But that's the joke.
Very droll.
Another Uncle Ned.
Anybody else got a funny story?
Do you know it takes 2 Sikhs to milk 1 goat? 2? Yes, please. 1 to be holding the tits and 1 to be pulling the goat up and down, up and down.
And do you know that in Pakistan they have no ice? Because the man who is knowing to be making ice has emigrated.
Are you saying all Pakistanis are stupid?
No, just you.
Sit down. No more racialist jokes, please. Anybody else got a funny story?
Por favor.
A funny story, a joke?
Chiste.
Ah, chiste. Yo tengo uno.
Yeah?
Sí, yo. Resulta que habían 3 hermanos. Y estos 3 hermanos estaban invitados a este convite, ¿no? Y le dijeron que no se rascara porque tenía sarna. Uno tenía sarna aquí, el otro tenía sarna y el otro tenía sarna aquí. Y cuando estaban comiendo, y decía, ¡oh, un que de paz! El que tenía sarna aquí, el que tenía sarna aquí, decía, ¡vámonos! Very good.
Yes, well, I'm sure that was extremely hilarious if you only knew what it was about. Taro, what about a Japanese joke in English, please?
Old Japanese proverb say, man who seduces girl on hillside, not on the level.
That's very clever. Suli, what about a sample of Chinese humor?
In Democratic Republic of China, we have no time for decadent bourgeois humor.
No, I don't suppose you do. Danielle, what about you?
Oh, I have a French joke for you.
Good.
Yes, I tell you about the Catholic priest.
Yeah, that sounds better, yes. Come on, no.
Tell us, look.
Well, there was this priest out walking, and a gendarme comes up to him and say, "Father, come quickly, there's a man on top of the Eiffel Tower and he's going to jump." So the father goes to the tower and sees this man. "What are you doing? You're mad. Think of your family, think of your wife." So the man, he says, "My wife has left me, I have no family. So I jump." So the priest, he tries one more time. So he says, "But it is a sin against the Catholic Church." And the man, he says, "I am not a Catholic." "Okay," says the priest, "jump."
Yes, Anna, what about a German joke?
I do not know any jokes.
No?
Hey, Professori, why don't you tell us a joke, huh?
Oh, all right, I'll tell you one that I heard at my last school. One of the boys was sent home one day, and his father asked him why was he sent home, and he refused to tell him. So the father went to see the headmaster, and the headmaster said, "I'll tell you why your son was sent home." When one of the teachers asked him who pushed over the walls of Jericho, he said it wasn't me. So the father said, "Well, if he said he didn't do it, he didn't do it."
Excuse, please.
What's the matter, Ali? Didn't you understand the joke?
Yes, but what I don't understand, who did push down the walls of Jericho?
Anybody else got a joke? No? Oh, never mind. What about a sing-song?
I am knowing good English sing-song, all about rolling me over in the clover.
I don't think we want that one, thank you. Does anybody know Daisy?
Is she beautiful?
No, it's a song, Daisy. It goes like this. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy over the love of you. I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Some sunny day. Excellent. Well done. Right. What shall we sing next?
Can't we have a rest?
I don't know that one. Is it French? What do you mean? Yes, I'm sorry. Can anybody tell me the exact time?
3 minuten nach, 3 minutes after 11.
Oh, only another 58 hours till Monday morning?
Good on, John. Good on, John. Stick your arm. Good on.
Sid? What? My wife's an angel. You're lucky, mine's still living.
Hello. I must be as drunk as you are. There's a teacher waving at me through the window. Oh, I must be worse than I thought. I can see him and I don't even know him.
I hope you haven't dragged me down here on a wild goose chase.
I'm telling you, I definitely saw him.
It's most inconvenient.
It's not my fault if I lost the key of the front door.
Of course it's your fault, you silly little man.
At last. Miss Courtney, how nice to see you.
I'm afraid I can't return the compliment.
Come on, home you go.
Good night. Sorry about all that.
Come on now, quickly. Hurry up, good night. Good night, quickly.
I'll go and see if there's anybody else about.
I really am very sorry.
I should hope you are.
Hope it hasn't inconvenienced you.
Well, of course it's inconvenienced me. I was quite happily curled up in bed with Daphne de Maurier.
I am really sorry about this. I've...
Now what's the matter?
Well, I've left my shopping in the
Well,
class.
for heaven's sake, hurry up and get it.
Thank you.
For heaven's sake, are you going to take all night?
No, I'm just putting these things
Well,
away.
do hurry up. Sid? Sid! Sydney! For heaven's sake, we're locked in.
Oh, well, we mustn't panic. We can last out till Monday morning. Have a carrot. Let's have a sing-song, shall we? Shall we start with Daisy? You know how it goes. Daisy, Daisy.
Good evening.
Good heavens, Ranjit, you're actually here on time.
Yes.
Well done.
Oh,
yes. Thank you, Juan. And thank you for carrying it.
De nada, hombre. Permítame que le quite el abrigo, por favor.
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
Sí.
Thank you.
Ya sabe usted que aquí estoy yo para servirle, señor Brown, porque yo la atenderé siempre bien. ¿Usted?
You Spanish creeper.
You an Italian cuticum.
All right, settle down, everybody. We've got a lot of work to do tonight. Squeeze, please. Just sit down a minute, Harry, will you?
No, thank you. I'm only coming to tell you I'm not coming.
Not coming? Yes, please. Well, but you can't leave in the middle of a term. I mean, you were doing quite well. Why do you want to leave?
Oh, blimey. I'm coming up on the puddles.
Coming up on the puddles?
Yes, please. The football puddles.
Oh, the football pools?
Yes, and I'm getting 8 scoring draws.
How many draws on the cup on?
Only the 8 I'm getting.
How much do you win?
Oh, blimey. It could be £500,000.
Santa Maria! Oh, I'm very happy for you because you are my best friend.
He's also my friend.
Amigo mío, hombre, ven aquí.
I am the true friend of Ali.
You?
But of course, we are practically bloody brothers.
I thought you didn't like Muslims.
I love Muslims, especially when they're having £500,000.
Yes. Well, I don't know what to say, Ali. I mean, I'm very pleased for you, of course.
I'm also being very pleased for me.
Yeah, what will you do?
Oh, blimey, I'm going to the bed.
To bed?
Yes, please. With all that money, I'm not needing to be working, so I'm going to bed.
Yeah, you mean you're going to retire?
Most definitely.
Yeah. You're quite sure you've got 8 score drawers?
Oh, yes. I got the copy. Here, please. The one I'm ticking off.
I see. Yeah, well, Ali, I don't think you're going to be able to retire just yet.
You mean he's not got 8 drawers?
Oh, yes. He's got 8 drawers. But,
good.
They're not all on the same line.
What difference is that making?
Well, it means you haven't won anything.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
Ha! Bellos.
Yeah.
Loco!
That's my car. Typical of that Muslim twig. No brains whatsoever.
Oh, blimey. You are changing tune. When you are thinking that I am very wealthy, you are being my bloody brother.
That is before I am finding out you are bloody stupid.
Don't you call me bloody stupid, you bearded baboon.
Quiet, the pair of you, and sit down. I presume you're staying now, Ali?
I'm staying now, yes.
Good. Right, now this evening I thought we'd try some practical use of the English language by acting out various situations that you might come across in real life. Now, we'll start with you, Taro.
So.
Now, you are going to the bank.
Banco? Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
Banco.
No, it's only a pretend bank.
Pretendo?
Yes, sir. Yes. Look, we'll imagine that this table is the bank counter, that I'm the bank clerk, that you are a customer, and you've come in to cash a cheque, all right?
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
It is, sir. Not good morning time. It is, sir. Good night time.
Yes, it is now, but we are pretending.
Sir. Carry on.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
One moment.
What is it now?
Are you Barclays, sir? Or Midlando?
It doesn't matter. Midland, if you like. Good morning, sir.
Goodbye.
Goodbye?
Midlando. Not my banco. Barclays, sir? My banco.
Yeah, all right. It's Barclays. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You wish to cash a cheque?
Yes, please, sir.
Good. How much? £10, 20, 30?
30.
How do you want it?
In money, please, sir.
£30 in 10s, 1s, or 5s, or what?
Can I have 30 5, sir?
Oh, that would be £150.
Sorry for mistake.
Yeah, well, not to worry. Thank you, Tara. That's not too bad. Now, who shall we have next? Danielle. Quiet.
You are the nicest banker I have seen.
Yes, so we're not in the bank now. I want you to imagine something different.
I have very good imagination.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Now, I want you to... you were going to the post office, and I am the assistant.
Oh. Excuse me, can you help me?
Certainly, madam. What is it you wish?
How much it is a letter to post?
Is it to somewhere in England?
No, it is a Swiss letter.
A Swiss letter?
Yes, I write to my boyfriend in Switzerland.
Yeah, well, it's more correct to say that you want to send a letter to Switzerland, not a Swiss letter. It could be rather embarrassing if you were writing to someone in France. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I think I need some extra English lesson. Maybe I could stay here with you after class?
No, I don't think we could do that.
Well, I come home with you and you can teach me a lot, sir.
Yes, I'm sure I could, but I think you know quite sufficient already. Now, is there anything else you want?
Yes, but I cannot tell you here.
From the post office?
No, nothing.
Well, all right. Thank you, Danielle. That'll do. Now, Juan.
Sí, señor.
You are going to the employment exchange.
Por favor.
Well, you're going to get a job.
I have job.
Yeah, I know that, but we're assuming that you don't and that you're going to the employment exchange to get one. As I explained to Taro, we are just pretending.
Sorry.
Right. What is your name?
You know my name.
Yes, I do, but the clerk at the job centre doesn't.
Sí. Juan Cervantes para servirle.
Right. Are you married?
Sì. I'm married to Gina Lollobrigida.
Don't be ridiculous.
Pretending.
Touché. All right. What sort of a job are you looking for?
A plenty money job.
Yeah, but what sort of work do you want to do in order to earn this plenty money?
Plenty little.
All right, one, thank you. That'll be sufficient.
Pity. I like it. A very good game.
Thank you, One. Right, now, Ranjit.
What is it you're wanting me to do?
You are going to the doctor's.
And what is the nature of my complaint?
Well, let's just say that you don't feel well.
But I'm never feeling better.
Yeah, well, pretend you have a cold.
A cold what?
All right, let's forget about the cold. Just imagine that you have a pain.
Very well, sir.
Well, go on.
1,000 apologies. I am waiting for you to say, next please. Doctor always say, next please.
Next, please.
Good morning, doctor.
Good morning. And what seems to be the trouble?
I have terrible pain.
Whereabouts?
In my imagination.
You're supposed to pretend it's a real pain.
1,000 apologies again. I have real terrible pain.
Good. Now, whereabouts is this pain?
In my foot.
Yeah?
But his brains are hurting.
Your backside will be hurting in a moment.
Oh, blimey. You couldn't even crack a papadum.
I'll give you a bunch of fivers.
I'll give you bunches of terrors. Will you say?
It's caught me.
What on earth is going on in here?
Well, we were just having a few practical lessons.
What in? Unarmed combat?
Oh, it might come in useful.
Well, I'm afraid your students will have to do without you for a little while. You're wanted down at the police station.
The police station?
Well, there's no need to look so guilty. It's nothing you've done. It's about one of your students, the Indian lady.
Oh, Jamila. What, has something happened to her?
Yes. She's been arrested for shoplifting.
Hello? Constable Wilkins? Where the devil are you? You should have been back here by now. Pardon? No, I will not send a panda car for you. I don't care if someone has pinched your bicycle. Pinch somebody else's. Would you like a cup of tea?
लो जी मैंने आपको कितनी दफा बताया मैं आपको कैसे समझाऊं मैंने तो
tea. Cup of cha.
Cha. Oh, yes, please. No, thank you. 4 sugar.
Don't run away.
Jamila, are you all right?
Oh, शुक्र है मास्टर जी आप लोग आ गए मुझे यहाँ से बचाने के लिए इनको समझाओ तो सही जरा जी.
What did she say, Ali?
शुक्र है मास्टर जी आप लोग को बचाने के लिए.
In English.
Oh, excuse me, please. She's saying that she's very glad that we are coming to help her escape.
Ask her what she stole.
अरे भाई क्या चुराया था आपने?
लो जी चुराना क्या था मैंने वहाँ रिसाले के ऊपर लिखा हुआ था कि मुफ्त में है फ्री तो मैंने उठा लिया अब ये लोग कहते हैं कि तूने चोरी की है.
Well,
nothing.
She must have said more than that.
Yes, please. She's saying that she took a book from the newspaper shop, but the book was free.
Well, there's obviously been some misunderstanding. I'll sort it out with the police.
Will they be sending her to prison?
No. Nothing as drastic as that. I'll have a word with the sergeant. £5 ought to do it.
I'm understanding. That is a fine.
No. It's not exactly a fine. Let's just say it's a little gift.
Gift?
Yes, it's an old English custom. I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
That's right.
Very well. What are you being itchy?
No. It's
Sure.
God help me.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you Mr. Brown?
No, he's Mr. Brown.
I was speaking to him.
Yes, you were right first time.
Who are you?
Ali Nadim.
No, I am Ali Nadim. You are Mr. Brown.
Yes, Ali, I'll do the talking, all right? You just leave it to me. No, I'm sure we can sort this out, Inspector.
The Commissioner looks after promotions here, sir.
Yes, well, you look like an inspector. I'm sure it's only a matter of time. May I compliment you on your station and what a wonderful job you're doing?
Thank you, sir. Now, about this young lady.
Ah, yes. I expect you'd like to have a look at my driving licence.
What for?
Oh, to verify my identity.
You said you were Mr. Brown.
Yes, but you want some proof, don't you?
Look, if you tell me you're Mr. Brown, I accept that as the truth.
Yes, but I could have been lying.
Were you lying?
No, he's definitely Mr. Brown. He's telling the truth.
Ali, I insist you look at my driving licence.
Oh, very well, if it'll make you happy. Is this yours, sir?
Pardon?
This £5 note. It was inside your driving licence.
Are you sure? It could have dropped out of your trouser pocket.
Oh, yes. And dropped upwards, I suppose, onto the desk.
Oh, you might have had it tucked up your sleeve.
Yes, and I could have a couple of dubs up the other, but I haven't. It was definitely in your licence.
Yes, Sergeant is correct. I remember you putting it there not a moment ago.
I forgot.
It was just before you said you scratch my back and I scratch yours.
Thank you, George Washington.
No, I'm Ali.
Yes, Ali, just be quiet, please. Now, Sergeant, about this young lady.
Yes, the accused.
Yes, well, remember British justice. I mean, a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty, and this poor lady is innocent.
I know that.
I mean, just because she's an immigrant, you can't go picking... Pardon?
Oh, she pinched the book, all right. But she thought it was Bakshi. See what it says on the front cover?
Free inside, colour supplement.
That's right.
Oh, and she thought the whole thing was free.
Yes.
Ah, well, then it's not her fault.
If anyone's to blame, it's the person who's been teaching her English.
Yes, it's not always easy. Well, if that's all, we'll be getting along. Come along, Jamila.
Oh, but I tell you, Master.
Before you go, sir, would you like to make a donation to our police charity fund?
Yes, well, you've caught me at rather an awkward moment.
What about the £5? You remember, sir? The one you thought you never had.
Oh, that £5.
You know what they say, sir? What you've never had, you never miss. Unless, of course, you knew it was there all the time, in which case it would come under bribery and corruption. You scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours.
See, Mr. Brown is not back? Well, what are you doing at the moment?
We are studying our English grammar.
Good. How far have you got? Let me see your book.
Giovanni, Miss Courtney would like to see your book.
I want to see your book. Thank you. The Affairs of a Call Girl.
I thought it was about the adventures of a telephone operator. Honest.
A likely story. Well, until Mr. Brown returns, I shall take the class.
Signora, where are you taking us?
I am not taking you anywhere. I'm going to ask you a few questions on general knowledge.
Hello.
Now, first of all, can anyone tell me who said to be or not to be?
Please, you just said it?
Yes. But before I said it, who said it?
Excuse, please.
Yes?
Chairman Mao.
It may come as a surprise to you to know, but other people wrote things besides Chairman Mao.
Chairman Mao liked everything.
Well, he certainly didn't like right to be or not to be. Now, does anybody know?
William Shakespeare.
Correct.
Excuse, please. Who is this William Spearshake?
Shakespeare.
1,000 apologies.
Are you not familiar with Shakespeare's works?
Is it a big place?
Is what a big place?
These works of Shakespeare.
I am referring to the things he wrote.
Ah, scusi.
Now then, can anyone tell me what the population of England is? Miss Schmidt?
Yeah, English.
Not any longer. However, what I really meant was how many people are there?
I do not know. I have not counted them.
Well, let me ask you a simple question. Mr. Nagazumi.
Ah, sir.
Can you tell me how many peas there are in a pound?
Depend on size of piece.
I think you had better all go back to studying your books until Mr. Brown returns. He surely can't be much longer.
आओ जी बैठो मैं जरा चाय बनाती हूँ
जी mother. I wish she'd tell us why she's brought us back here.
She just said she was having something to show you.
बहुत बहुत मेहरबानी जी आप लोगों ने मुझे पुलिसियों के हाथों से बचाया बस अब एक काम और कर दो फिर सब ठीक है
She's saying thank you for saving her from the police and hopes that you will do the same next time.
Yeah, well, I hope there's not going to be a next time.
एक मिनट जी अब ये देखो जी आप खुद ही पढ़ लो क्या लिखा है इसके ऊपर
Free offer, 2p off each tin.
हाँ सुपरमार्क
Supermarket. Well, they've obviously been having a... Oh, no. Free offer. You haven't been taking things from the supermarket.
Oh, dearie me.
Say that again.
Oh, dearie me. We must go back and see the police sergeant and scratch his back again.
Can't do that. He'll never believe this was a mistake. I mean, pinching a magazine is one thing, but knocking off half a supermarket's rather a different matter. On the other hand, we can't let Jamila keep all these stolen goods. It's dishonest.
She can give them to me. I don't mind being dishonest.
I'm sure you don't. Now listen, Ali. I want you to go back to the school and ask all the students to meet Jamila and I outside the supermarket.
What are we going to be doing?
We're going to be putting all these things back.
Hello, Dad. Is everything locked up?
Yes, Miss Courtney. By the way, I don't suppose you could give me a lift.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gladys. I'm not going straight home tonight. There are one or two things I want from the supermarket.
Right, now you all know what to do. Just be very, very careful that nobody sees you, all right? Yeah, well, I suppose you could say it was an extracurricular activity.
Sir, excuse me, he's stuck.
What are you doing with that jar?
Trying to get it out.
Yeah, well, it's a long story, Miss Courtney. I'll explain later. Let me give you a hand. Pull.
All right, I've been watching you lot. Just what do you think you're doing?
Would you believe we were putting things back?
No.
I didn't think you would.
Well. Regular little Fagin, aren't you?
I can explain, Sergeant.
You're not going to show me your driving licence again, are you?
No.
That's a relief.
You see, we were actually trying to return the goods. I mean, ask the students.
Now, look here, Sergeant. It was obviously just a misunderstanding, and I see no reason why you should pursue this any further.
I'm sorry, madam.
Miss, if you don't mind.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid I shall have to make a report out on this affair.
Oh, look, couldn't you just forget it ever happened?
No.
Well, I'm sure your police charity fund wouldn't say no to another contribution, Sergeant.
Well, we're always grateful for anything, sir.
Shall we say another £5?
That's very generous of you.
Yeah, right. Right, come along, everybody.
Just a moment, Mr. Brown. Where are you going? I've not made out my report yet.
Yeah, but I've just given you £5 to forget it.
Oh, no, sir. You very kindly donated £5 to our charity fund. It wasn't meant as a bribe, was it, sir?
No.
Good. Now let's take a few names. You, madam. Sorry, Ms.
Courtney.
Thank you. You, sir.
See?
What's your name?
Por favor.
How do you spell that?
That's not his name.
Oh, giving me a false name, eh?
Por favor.
I'll come back to you, Mr. Por Favor, or whatever your name is. You.
Yes, please.
What is your name?
Oh, no. What is not my name?
I don't want to know what your name is not. What is your name?
And I'm telling you, it is not.
You! What is his name?
9.
Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. Mr. 9.
That is not his name.
You just said it was.
You ask me if his name is what, and I tell you 9. What is not his name, but also not 9.
Going round the bend. What is his name?
Absolutely not.
Not what?
That is correct.
What is your name?
Wrong again. He's not here.
Who's not here?
What? Now, who is not here and what is not here neither?
You're all balmy. Mr. Brown, if I promise not to proceed with this report, will you do me a favour?
Yes, what is it?
Get these crackpots out of here. And promise never to bring them back, even if they've committed murder.
Good evening, Miss Courtney, or should I say Mother?
Please don't remind me of last night's unfortunate incident.
Sorry.
I hope you've explained to your Indian lady the difference between free and free offer.
Oh, yes, she understands it now. Don't worry, it won't happen again.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a Jamila Ramjet.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I hope not. What do you want, Jamila?
Well, she ordered a mini bike from us a month ago and she hasn't paid for it. We sent her 3 invoices.
She actually ordered the bike?
Oh, yeah, she sent in the coupon, look. Here it is.
Oh, no, she's done it again. 7-day free trial.